This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so team, I guess we are good to start. So for our regular participants who are attending, from couple of days, for them first time 5 minutes may not be important. For the people who are attending CICS training alone, for them I am trying to explain our guidelines, our training guidelines, and all of them. Okay, so and coming to the new participants, whoever attending today's demo and my first time my trainings, okay, either demo or going to attend further sessions also. For them I am telling you how, so what we are going to cover, how our training flow will be, what you will get from me when you attend the regular daily sessions, and everything that I am going to explain in today's session. And I will be getting into, we will start our content also. Okay, so right. So at any moment you can go to this our website. It is my website only. You can go to this website. There is module called Kicks, so you can refer Kicks content. So in this training team, the topics which you are seeing on the screen, we are going to discuss all of them. We start with the introduction to CICS that we are going to start. Then we are going to discuss the differences between online application and batch applications. Okay, so till DB2, whatever the programs you write, whatever the programs you develop on JCL COBOL DB2, we call as a batch application. So we'll try to discuss them. Then how to develop the screens from the scratch. Okay, even if you don't know CICS, even if you don't know CICS, you'll be able to understand. You'll be able to understand the concepts. Okay, as because we are starting from the scratch. So we are discussing these three macros. Okay, there are multiple ways to design or to develop the screen. One is SDF, screen design facility tool. The other one is using macros. Okay, so we are not going to deal with any tool. We are writing the code from the scratch. So everyone go on mute. I guess someone joined without mute. Right. So then after once you design one empty map, simple map, we will try to compile it and we will try to see the output. Okay. Then we will discuss about, okay, then we will discuss about sub kicks tables like a PPT, PCT, and when we use them, and programs. Okay. We have a, okay, there is a program processing table. There are some programs are there. We will discuss. So, and we will discuss about the,
பாருங்க இதுல ஏதாவது போட்டு இது பண்ணி வைங்க
Nithya, go on mute.
நீட்டி நீட்டிட்டு இருக்கு
Yeah, so we are going to discuss kick supply transactions. There is a CEDA, CMT. In real time, we will not be having CEDA access while you are practicing. I mean, while you are working on online application project. But when it comes to here in training, we will get an access to CEDA. You can create own program. You can create own transaction. Everything you can do. So there are other transactions, okay, which you can see. These are all we are going to discuss. Then once you get some familiar with the screens creation and all, then we will start with the how to write a COBOL Kicks application programs. Okay, so then there is something called a translator. When you write a COBOL DB2 program, how we have the pre-compilation process. Similarly, we have something called translator when it comes to the COBOL Kicks application program. So what is a translator, which utility you use, and we will discuss about the compilation. So then after, there are two types of programs in online application. One is non-conversational, the other one is a conversational program. And on top of that, the best optimized technique is pseudo conversation technique or programs. We are going to, you know, we are going to discuss and going to write the programs on them. Then how to handle function keys F1, F2, and all in our okay, in our application, in our, in training. Then exception handling. So this is very important. And XCTL link, how you can call other subprograms, how we can call the subprograms using XCTL, and the link we'll see. Then file handling in CICS, okay, read, write, update, delete, and how we can read the data sequentially. We are going to discuss all of them. So DB2, this is a, DB2 doesn't support in this training server which we are going to use. So I want to highlight that because some people might join only for this topic, but so you may not able to do the hands-on, and you will not be able to do the hands-on. So, but even when we are not, you are not able to do, even I cannot also, because the server remains the same for me and for you also. So what usually I do, right? I will give the recorded video which I conducted in the my previous batch on DB2 online application program, where it has a 1 hour video. I explained insert, update, delete, 1 and 2, 1.5 hours sometime. And so TSQ I explained practically, TDQ I explained theoretically, paging logic. So paging logic is not a concept like a matching logic. If you are attending an interview, or if you know what is a matching logic, right? In a batch application, they will ask you how to compare two file. Like, it's a logic. Basically, if you know COBOL and if you are expert in that, you can able to write matching logic yourself. Okay. Similarly, how you develop the business paging logic. So the list these three topics I'm not going to explain in this batch, not okay in this training, but on these three topics, you're going to get the videos which I explained practically in old batch. Okay, but again I'm repeating, TDQ is not practical. I did not explain. So TSQ I used it. I explained practically. Then we are going to discuss how to debug the application program using CEDF. There is a transaction called CEDF, I guess I did not mention using CEDF how we debug it. So that also we are going to discuss. Okay. So these are all the topics we are going to discuss in our CSS training. So the training goes, between from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day. So we are going to spend 1 hour per day. So today we started at 9 o'clock. So we end with the 10 o'clock. Like that it goes every day 9 to 10. And so okay, on Monday to Friday. Sometimes I might take the weekend also sessions. I might take the sessions on the weekend also. So most probably Saturday, maximum I'll try to take Saturday. So if if 1 or 2 days if I'm not able to take on the weekdays, I will take on weekends to complete the training on time. So without dragging further. Okay. So you will get from me, once you are attending the training, you will get soft copy material. Okay, you like this particular class notes, you will get it, point one. The second one, you're going to get the soft copy material which I have. The third one, you will get the server access to practice on daily basis. Okay, you can practice, you can do the hands-on from your laptop daily. Any queries before I proceed, guys? I can see more than 20 people who joined for this CICS only. Maybe just to understand this, why, I mean, what I am teaching and all. Still, if you have any queries, you're good to ask me. Team. No queries? Okay. So nowadays who are attending the interviews, can I get the answers? I know guys, you no need to tell your name, just you tell, just answer my for my questions. So who are all attending trainings? And I'm talking about the experienced people. So I can see Sadhana, Gopal Sai, okay, Megasyam. Mm-hmm. So these are three are our regular participants who are attending from DB2 from the starting. What about you others guys? Okay. So yeah, Rishabh is responded. Okay, team. What I can give a commitment to you. Okay. So I will be giving this challenge to everyone. Okay. In every batch. Okay. I'm going to give a one challenge to you that okay. Okay. One first I will give if you want to crack the interview what you're supposed to do, and if you want to get a uh, monetization, okay, the monetization bonus, what you will get, I'll tell you. Okay, point one. So attend the sessions regularly and do the hands-on thoroughly. So whatever I'm telling you, you need to practice and do more. Prabhakar, go on mute. Yeah, you do more hands-on. Okay, so you do more hands-on, and 100% you will be able to answer for all interview questions in for CSS. That I can tell you. So you will be able to crack the interviews. If somebody asking from CACS, you will be able to answer. So you will not be a blank after attending this training. I can tell you that one. Okay. Point one. So is it enough the entire course? No. Okay. So because the interviewer can ask anything from any part, right? If they ask 10 CACS questions, minimum you can answer 6 to 7 from my. If you explore a bit more, if you go through some Google interview questions on CSS on top of our content, then you will be able to answer 8. So out of 10 giving answers for 10 questions, it depends on the interviewer what type of the question they are asking and the things, right? So I don't say that no you will be able to answer for all 10 questions. According to my content, if you listen, if you do my content, you will be able to answer out of 10 is 6 out of 10. So if you prepare, if you explore on top of my content, you will be able to answer for 8 questions. Okay, next. Okay, that is the one about where you are going to do. And will I able to work on existing project? Okay, let's say I got a new project, or I might get a new project on CSS. Will I able to work on it 100%, because we are doing everything is hands-on based. Today we are going to spend more on theory part, but from tomorrow we are going to spend we are going to do hands-on from day one. I mean from tomorrow first minute till last day on server only. Okay, so the other point I want to highlight, okay, what I do team, this is the challenge. Okay, I mean it's challenge only for my participants. I'm going to give a one case study. It's like a project. It's not a big project. It's a learning related project. Okay. If anybody do that project, okay, I'm going to return, if you guys pay 3,500 rupees course fees, then you are going to get 2,500 rupees amount return unconditionally, which means that I will give the business requirement at the end of the training. Okay, you complete it and submit to me. Okay, when you show me that particular project, how you did explain to me, you are going to get 2,500 rupees returned to you. It's applicable for even my existing participants, in the sense whoever attending current batch, right? For them is applicable, and at the same time, the new participants who are going to attend CSCS. So it's up to you. It's all about two things, right? One is you are going to learn point one, and you are going to get the money. If you are paying course fees 3,500 rupees, you are getting 2,500 rupees per free of cost. You are going to get 2,500 rupees. You are going to learn lot, and you are going to get the ID, everything in very very lesser price. Okay, I will tell you the reason also, team. Do I am giving very impossible project? No, I don't give. I don't play the such things. Okay, because it should be meaningful. After, after training, what you can able to do. On top of that, you need to explore 30%. Then you'll be able to do it. So I don't give like my business requirement, my project, or my company project or someone's. It's a very generic case study, like a bank or bank data, bank application, or school application, or some one real time application. I'll give you. Just you have to implement them in CSS. Anyone is ready to accept the challenge? So the reason why I am telling you this point, team. So for last 2 3 batches started offering this challenge. Nobody able to utilize it. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you confidently. You do it. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so there are few responses. I can see my regular participants are responding that they are able to do it. Yeah. What about others, team? Are you good so far? What? Okay. There are some people who joined as a demo. I know I posted Telegram, Facebook as a demo session. So I would like to hear from from you guys. What are the expectations from me? Like when you attended a demo, there are some expectations from you, right? Or you joined to know what is happening, what Venkat is reaching, right? Can you please tell me so that I can able to fulfill your things at least? Please unmute yourself. Do respond, team. Okay, let's make session is more interactive. Don't make don't I know I don't want to feel that I'm teaching to wall. Okay, can I get the responses? Any queries? Good, are you so far?
So Venkat, what would be the timing? Is it 9 to 10 every day?
Yeah, it will be same time. Okay, today 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, correct.
So Venkat, like if someone not able to attend the meeting, like the classes, so are you going to share the recording with them or not?
Yeah, if you are not able to attend any day, yeah, I'm going to share. That's why I'm doing recording.
Okay, due to
Okay,
some project work, like I have a meeting
I,
9 to 10, so sometime I'm not able to join, so that's why I'm asking. Okay,
yeah, I do that. I do that. That's not a challenge at all. I do that, but ensure that if you are missing out of 15 days, if you miss 10 days, there is no point of continuing in this batch, right? You agree with me, right? Yeah, I can
yeah,
understand. Out of 15 days, 3 to 5 days, there is a high chance that you may not able to attend. Okay, as some people might be experienced people. Okay, yeah, yeah. Any other queries? Hey team, okay. Some people attended as a demo, right? I can see 30 people joined as for this demo. Okay, I want to hear from them.
Venkat, this is Prabhakar.
Yes, sir.
I worked on I have like around 10 12 years experience on mainframe, but I mostly worked on this DB and DC. And but whenever I go for interviews, everyone is asking for now CACS and everything. I just wanted to just now I checked your like LinkedIn post and I joined that this one. How that are you going to teach on that the higher level, or like do we need to practice, and are we going to get anything on that software to test it on this one? Like how it will be? Mm.
Last point I did not understand, Prabhakar.
No,
I,
are you going to do any software to like test it on the CACS?
yeah, we are
Like
going to give the server access. We are going to give the server access. You guys
mm,
can practice it. Okay.
okay. Yeah,
I
because
will.
like no, I mostly worked on this DB and DC. I can work on that one. The problem is I cannot answer the questions like whenever the interview asks. That is the reason like I thought want to refresh one more time. That is the reason I joined this session. Like how it will go and everything. Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
so Prabhakar, I want to give a clarification. Okay, I want to give a clarification that this is developer perspective. Since you said DB2, sorry, DB IMS DC, so it is a
mm,
developer perspective. So if
mm.
your objective also the same, then this course is suitable for you. If you are looking for Kicks administrator, Kick system programmer, then this course is not suitable for you.
No, no,
For
I don't
information.
need any administrator. I need this developer perspective only. The thing is, like, I worked around like 6 months or 1 year, but mostly last 10, 11 years, I'm working on this DB and DC only. But if you see, like, DB and DC jobs are very less, and like, even though when I go for normal interview, they're asking for the CSCS questions. Mm. And at least I
Mhm.
need to be able to answer the few questions. Like, that is the reason, like, what is the course fees and everything? Mm, mm,
Yeah, so Prabhakar, I already gone through all the points which you asked. Okay,
mm.
okay. The course fees 3,500 rupees. Okay,
Okay. Mm.
you will get the server access till you complete the training, and additionally 5 days plus. Okay, let's say if
Okay.
the training goes for 15 days, then on top of that you will get 5 days more to practice as a buffer,
Okay.
because the
Okay.
last day which you are discussing you may not able to complete on the same day, as you might be busy for the next 8 days. So I'm giving buffer 5 days so that you guys can able to do the hands-on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Got it. Like, and also I'm going to get the recording sessions for like for another. If I want to use it after 3, 4 months, also I can use it. Correct. Mm.
No, we don't provide the recorded videos on daily basis. Not only this batch, not only this module, any training which I do. Okay,
Okay.
only we provide the recorded video for the people who are going to miss the sessions randomly.
Okay.
Like someone asked, okay, I guess someone Ram asked, right? So he might be able to not attend here and there some days, but that those situations you are going to get the mail, and you are going to get the video. Okay, just you need to drop an email to me.
Oh yeah. I got it. Got it. Got it. Mm.
Yeah. So the other one, like someone asked, is it prior experience? No, but you should have COBOL experience in term. If you're asking in CSS perspective, no, we are starting from zero level. Okay, that I can tell you. Okay, any other queries?
No, Venkat. I'm fine with that one. Like.
Yeah. Others? You have any queries? So before I getting into basics of CACS, what is CACS and all?
Yeah, hi Venkat. This is Pramath.
Yeah, Brahmateja.
Yeah, Venkat. I'm working as a mainframe operator, Venkat.
Okay.
So I have chosen this kicks. Want to know what is kicks like that?
No,
So
I
it,
don't recommend. No, no, I don't recommend for you this CSS if you don't have COBOL knowledge minimal, because since you said operator, so
okay,
operations you're working. I hope if you should know COBOL. JCL, if you don't know, even JCL everybody knows minimal. That is enough for here. but COBOL you should know thoroughly, because if you don't know COBOL, then it will be attending is a waste of your time, also money also.
Okay, okay, Venkat. Prior, we need a COBOL to
Yeah,
understand
because
this.
yeah, it is COBOL perspective. So go as a COBOL, what as a COBOL developer, as a application developer, what you do, that we going to handle it.
Okay, okay, Venkat. Thanks.
Okay, right. So let me start with the basics team. So okay, introduction to CSS. So what is CSS? Okay, some few people might be having a question. What is CSS? We don't know about anything CSS. First time we heard about CSS, because when you started your career as a developer, most of the companies would have given training till DB2. Okay, and some of the companies would have given CSS also. So till DB2, they would have given. For some companies, might would have they would have given CSS, and you would have forget also. So if you forget, it is okay. It is easy for you to recap. But the people who did not attend CSS anywhere before, then they might be having a question that what is CICS? So CICS is one module in mainframe team like COBOL, DB2, or IMS DB, IMS DC, PL1, like that. So one of the module in mainframe. So with the help of CICS, we can able to develop the online applications. We can able to develop the online applications in mainframe technology. In mainframes, if you want to develop any online based applications, we can use CICS. So Venkat, what is online based application, right? So you might be having a question, what is online application? Yeah. So answer here, team, that if you take a internet banking, internet banking is means what? So we are the end users, right? For ICICI or HDFC, State Bank of India, or other internet banking, we are the end users. If you take Amazon, it is an online application. Okay, you are the end user, I am the end user for Amazon website, right? So those are all online applications. Okay, those are all business and all of them. But when it comes to mainframe, how you can develop online applications. Okay, so one of the model we can use is CICS. The other one is IMS DC. Okay, so using IMS DC also we can develop the front end application. Okay, or we can use a CICS. So I can give you example, for online screens. Hey Venkat, everywhere we have seen the web page with HTML, Java, or CSS, ASP, .NET based, or those type. Have not seen any. I have not seen any system which was developed by or by using CSS, right? So I will give you an example. Okay, according to my knowledge, if any experienced people are here who knows more, or any example about CSS, please you do correct me. You can give the answer. Also, you can add something else. IRCTC, not IRCTC website, by the way. If you go to railway station, okay, if you go to railway station, you in India. I'm talking about in India. I'm talking about India. In India, if you go to the railway station, the bank, I mean, a railway employee, or like you want a platform ticket, or you want train ticket, like, or you want to do a reservation, Okay, they will be using black and white screen, and most probably they use only mouse, very less keyboard operations. They might use keyboard to type the city from which place to which place, but not predominantly. Okay, not predominantly, right? Okay, it's not predominantly. So okay, that is the one example I can tell you. In airports, or in airports, airline companies were using CICS as a front end. And if you go to other countries like Australia or Canada or United States, so government in few government sectors, they are using CICS as a front end. Yeah. So anyone wants to add anything on top of this?
Venkat, just a question. With
Yeah.
the emergence of this mobile apps, lightweight mobile apps, does CACS still has significance? If yes, what is the future of CACS?
Yeah. See, okay, we using web services, right? Okay, using web services, you can develop front end obviously with Android only. Okay. Okay, there is no doubt about it. Okay, you have to use the you have to use only Android operating system. You have to develop the mobile apps. But how you connect to the mainframe is all about web services, right? Okay, through
So
web
is it
services.
possible? Is it possible? Can there be a compatibility
Yes.
between? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's not about, right. You don't. Yeah, yeah. It is possible. Okay, you can get the mobile transaction data into mainframe. No doubt about it.
Because mainframe is a centralized system, right?
Yeah. So what? Like, we have a mechanism to retrieve the data, right?
Hmm.
From upstream. From upstream, we can retrieve the data, right? That is not a problem. So CACS may not be your front end on the mobile app, but Android has to store somewhere data, right? That data might come to mainframe through web services.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. Or middleware tools. Okay. So, okay, I know I would like to continue your question, right? And others also. As I told you, right? You guys, anyone can add it more points if you want to add any moment. I don't have any problem to accept or to listen things from you. Okay. Now, why nowadays in most of the interviews they are asking CACS, CACS. Okay. Are you heard about it? How many of you are that CACS is important and all of them? Yeah. Do you know the reasons? Do you know the reason why they are asking? Can I hear from you guys?
One was like you just said, Venkat, like they are trying to modernize something, so for that they needed CICS, is what I read in one of the job requirements.
Yeah, we have something called Kick services using. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. So they are asking, don't think they are, don't think that you should not think that Kix is asking for new development projects. No, that is not the case here. Not for the new projects at all. So it's part of modernization migration. Okay, so where they want to modernize the mainframe system, or when they want to migrate the mainframe application. So in these two occurrences, CACS might need. That's why nowadays we are seeing CACS is a mandatory skill in our job profiles. Yeah. Anyone wants to add anything? Okay, so that is all about just importance of the CICS team. Okay, CICS stands Customer Information Control System. CICS stands Customer Information Control System. It is a subsystem in mainframe technology. It is a subsystem in a mainframe technology. How we have a DB2. DB2 is a subsystem. Okay, there are multiple subs. IMS DB is a subsystem. Okay, these are all the subsystem. It runs on its own address. Okay, all subsystems will run on its own address in mainframe, but the address space is monitored by ZOS operating system only. Okay, so why I am highlighting this subsystem team? Because if I want to practice CSS, admins should start that particular subsystem. Okay, if you want to submit the JCL at any moment, if the mainframe is up and running, you can connect to mainframe anytime. Okay, you can write the JCL, you can submit it. Same, you can write the COBOL program, you can compile and see run and see the output. But when it comes to the CSS, that is not the story. They have to enable the CSS even though mainframe up and running. But if the CSS is not enabled, it's not up and it's not started, then you cannot able to do it. It's not only CSS, DB2 and IMS DB, IMS DC. So anyhow, in real time it will be up and running, but it's just for your information. I'm telling you the importance of subsystem. Okay, so any queries? Okay, so very good. Now you got to know CSS is the module to develop the business applications. Okay, to develop the front end applications. Nice. So what is the online application and batch application, right? So you might be having a question. What are the differences between online and batch? So any program having with any program without any program is there without end user interaction, those programs we can call as a batch applications. Okay, so if there is no end user, okay, interaction with the mainframe, those type of programs we call as a batch application. When it comes to the mainframe, oh, sorry, when it comes to the online application, there is a end user interaction, there is an end user interaction. Okay, so end user is going to interact with mainframe system directly. Those type of applications we call as a online application. The second point, in the batch application, CICS is not required. If you know JCL, COBOL, DB2, that is enough. If you know JCL, COBOL, DB2, okay. If any program is developed combination of JCL, COBOL, file handling, JCL, COBOL, DB2, those type of programs we call as a batch programs or batch applications. So in a batch application, you don't get immediate response. So no immediate response. I mean, the program is very small. Obviously, you will get it, but if there is a large data is there, and okay, so or if you want to you might be generating a reports monthly basis and all right. So then we can call as a no immediate response. Okay, so in a batch application we ensure that our programs will execute on a particular scheduling date, and according to that particular date is going to execute the program. Okay, such a way we will be designing the batch applications. Then and input. Okay, so who will give input in the batch application, right? So we will get the input from the other system. It can be CA, the other system can be a mainframe somewhere else. Okay, so mainframe that is from CICS, we might get the data into file. Okay, through CICS we might get, right? So anything. Okay, so or you might get the input data from Java, you might get the data from other technology. So data can come from any technology. So input not is not going to given by like us end users. Okay, so but when it comes to the when it comes to the online application, that is not the case. So end users are going to interact with the system. When user enters the data automatically or it is replace the message immediately. Such a way the application design will be there. The commands works in that way. Okay. So any online application you take, team, there are three types of layers will be there. One is presentation layer where end users going to interact. So if you are okay interacting with the website, that is called presentation layer. And there is another layer called business layer. Okay, there is another layer called business layer. Business layer is the one where your application program will be present. So whenever user enters the data, so that will be processed, validated and processed by the program. Those programs will be part of business layer. The third one, database layer. The third one is database layer. So database layer where data is going to store. It can be Oracle in mainframe, obviously TDB2 or IMS DB. Okay, or IDMS. So these three can be databases. So let me find it. So how many layers in mainframe? One is presentation layer. The other one is business layer. The third one is database layer. Okay, so the request you goes from presentation layer to, let me write it first. So presentation layer, so this is business layer, database layer. So example presentation layer in case of mainframes, CICS or IMS TC. So if I talk about Java, there is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for server-side validation. Okay. So these are all presentation layer components in terms of the technologies. Here in COBOL, okay, or PL1, these two programs will be there in the part of business layer. Here, core Java, and when it comes to the database layer, so DB2 or IMS DB. But here in Java, we have something called Oracle. Okay, team. Now, so in the okay, what happens, team? End user will enter something on the presentation layer. So it is going to pass the data from presentation layer to the business layer. Very good. The data is received to the the data is received in the business layer. Now the program will do the basic validations or basic checks. So after doing the basic checking, basic validations, it is going to pass the data. It depends on the request. The data will be passed to database layer. So based on the request, it might insert the data in the database, or it might request for the data or updating. So database layer or database can be a file also, team, by the way. It is not only DB2, it can be a files because we are going to use files only as a backend, right? Practically. So the database, as per your request, if the data is present or if the command execution is successful or unsuccessful, it gives the response back to the business layer based on the data which is received from the database layer, that is a DB2 or file files or IMS DB. Business layer again do some validations on the received data. It will whatever the data is requested by the end user, only that data will be presented to again presentation layer. So this is in case of mainframe. Now, in case there is a possibility your presentation layer at all not mainframe. So now your presentation layer is on Java. But how we are getting the data into mainframe without CACS? Okay, see all the most of the projects are batch application projects. How we are getting the data into business layer team? I guess everyone can answer this question. Maybe you don't know CACS, right? But you know very well how data comes to mainframe. Okay, that is not linked at all with the CACS. Can you tell me? Okay, there is no CACS. Then now we are getting the data into mainframe because there is no front end from mainframe side, right? Okay,
Usually
Web service,
JSON or XML.
FTPs and all
XML
that.
is what? FTP,
Web service,
XML,
web services.
XML.
web services,
Okay, what else?
Middleware tools.
MQ,
Middleware,
Source
MQ,
service maybe.
MQs.
middleware, WebSphere MQ, WebSphere MQ.
SOA
Okay,
services.
SOA service, system architecture. Okay, oriented architecture. That's what web service, right? Web service is nothing but SOA architecture only. Yeah, so what you guys gave correct answer, team. So we might get the data from Java or other technologies to our mainframe through either middleware tools called WebSphere MQ or Kix Web Services. Kix Web Services nothing but server only. Okay, so those are all APIs only. Okay, APIs, REST APIs, SOAP APIs, SOAP APIs only. So we'll get the data into mainframe through APIs, that is called web services, or middleware tool called WebSphere MQ. Okay, so this is how internal, when who are having experience on the batch application. So upstream means the data from where we are getting. The data might come from Java, .NET, SAP, or other Unix platform or somewhere else. Okay, that will come through some middleware tools. So once the data is available in our mainframe system, according to the business requirement, generating the reports or storing the data for future, reference purpose. Okay, so that is all about okay how that we get the data into mainframe. Okay, when there is a CSS, how it will be processed and all. Any queries?
Yes, Venkat. Suppose say this is like one of the interview questions they ask. Suppose I am using a CICS screen or IMS DC screen. I don't want to use the DB2 or IMS DB as a source. I want to use some Oracle DB. Like how you want to fetch that data and display on the screen? This was a question asked actually. So can we access Oracle DB or MySQL through CICS or IMS DC screen?
See, basically, again, then why we need mainframe at all? Okay, yeah, fine. Since it is an entry question, I cannot say like that. Yeah, the answer is again you have to use some FTPs and so on, team, because as per my knowledge, there is no connection from mainframe to Oracle. If I'm not wrong, because we have a DB2 where mainframe can talk to DB2 in the sense like DB2 can install in a JetOS, and you can install even I mean IDM files, but you cannot install Oracle in mainframe. That doesn't support, right? So means you mainframe is in one operating system, that is JetOS. Oracle is in different operating system. It can be Linux or Unix or Windows. So you need to talk from mainframe to other operating system first. Once we uh, you know create a communication between these two platforms, then we think about passing the data. So, okay, you using again middleware tools. Answer is middleware tools only here also for you. Middleware tools is not about only getting the data from other systems. Even you can do a, you can respond, you can give the respond from mainframe to other environment. So through middleware, you send whatever data you want to process to Oracle, you process it. Otherwise, same. Yeah. So you tell me, I guess you would have explored, right? Since you are asking the question, yeah, you might be expecting something from me. So that's why I gave answer. But what you explored is the same. What I said, it's different. Okay, correct me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's again the correct. So what I answered, like basically, if you're fetching the external data, right, basically we'll be developing the IO routine. When we call that IO routine, the IO routine might have the functionality to call the outside DB through the like API. It might be fetching. So I, in this way, I answered actually. So, but I'm not
Okay.
sure whether is the correct or not.
Yeah, you need bit elaborative because since I know the entire picture, I can understand. But if you are telling to the person who is entering, right, they might be expecting more detailed way.
Okay. So one more inter question is asked like we can develop the screen using CICS and IMSDC also, but why CICS is more popular compared to IMSDC? Uh, since I was not knowing CICS, like I didn't answer that one, but I worked on IMSDB DC only. So what could be
What
the
you
best answer?
what you explored in Google? Because I know you are asking the question makes sense. What you explored in Google or Chat GPT? What you got to
Uh,
know?
j- Only kind of we can integrate like web services, and most of the BFS are using CICS, and healthcare is most predominantly into IMSDC because of faster access. Uh, this is a like answer I got, but not up the clear context I didn't got actually in Google also.
Yeah, so I guess someone Prabhakar, someone who had a experience DBA, IMSDB. Can I get your answer? Like this, how you will protect or depend IMSDC? Can I know answer from the person who?
Venkat, can you ask the question one more time? Sorry. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, so there was a one entry question that uh, why CSS being used more than IMSDC.
Okay.
Okay, you tell about IMSDC. Okay, how it works and all. Then later we can give a conclusion between both of them.
No, because this DC is introduced before IM the CSES. It was like still widely used the DB and DC combination, and this CSES is mostly used with the DB2. But I see few applications which are using CSES with IMS DB and DB2. But the most of the things I see is like IMS DB is like most wherever the DB is there, and we don't have any DB2 in our system. Only IMS DB and DCS we are using that one. And performance wise and everything was it is too fast for the DC and everything. There is no issue.
Yeah, so that's what I about to tell that point only. IMSDC is when I was exploring IMSDBDC, IMSDC was more very faster than I don't think CSS also faster. Okay, and okay, someone also Akil, I guess, responded. You explored what you explored is correct. Okay, so the integrations more easy and the managing the data because okay, it's all about type of the data, right? So as simple as see IMS DB or DC performance point of view is okay, but for our project, for our business, will it suit? That is the question, right? See, I have a this much only space in my and I want to construct a duplex, but my square yards is 30 square yards, 20 square yards. Is it possible to construct duplex or G plus 3, G plus 4 and all? Not possible. It depends on the data. Okay, IMS DB DC will be more flexible, more flexible for healthcare type of projects. But DB Kicks is not that way, and Kicks is going to support other mechanisms, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, team. So any other queries? If there are no queries, we are good to close for today. Yeah. Okay, team. So team, tomorrow the meeting details are going to change. Our regular participants will get the meeting details automatically. If somebody wants to join our further sessions and further meeting details, I request you to please connect to this number. Okay, it is here. You can connect. You can go to this website. You will get it, or you can note it now also. So you can, okay, WhatsApp me further discussion, further doubts, team. So that's all for today from my end. We will connect tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. We'll connect, okay, with a new materials. Bye, team. Any queries, you ask me.